Good day, everyone. Today, we're presenting to you about the influence of in culture and social behavior from the Team B. And before we start, I would like to introduce to you my team. I am Jonathan E. Macabilor.
I'm Russell Alcaide.
I'm Christian Jan B. Cruz.
I'm Joshua C. Gonzalez.
I'm Rafael Esteves.
I'm May Palaganas de Lucilio.
And that's my group mate. And today, we would like to discuss to you about our topic, and I'm gonna start it. Before we start, I present or I'm gonna read the objectives of our topic. The first one is understanding the positive and negative impacts about the influencing. And second, examining about the culture shaping by technology. And the lastly, assessing social and behavioral and impacts. For introduction, influence of in culture and social behavior. It has a significantly impacted culture and social behavior, enabling greater connectivity, diversity, and transformation in culture practice, while also presenting challenge related to decreased face-to-face interaction, mental health issue, and spread of misinformation. So this topic with discussing you about the issue or about the nangyayari sa culture natin right now with using about the artificial intelligence and internet. So for our first topic, the CCP, which means the changing communication patterns. The changing communication patterns is influenced by information technology, that we call IT, have a significant impacted by culture and social behavior. With the advent of IT tools like social media, instant messaging, and video comprehending people's modes of communication and interaction have involved this technological advancement, have reshaped how individuals connected, share information, and engage with each other, leading to the both positive and negative effects on society. So we use social media or we use IT or information technology for the good and the bad things. And this affects for a lot of children when have using a gadgets because right now is marami na tayong nangyayari kagaya na ng mga bata na hindi natutulog dahil sa mga online games, na-addict na sa mga Facebook, Instagram, also a lot of social media accounts. And changing communication patterns is we use social media for communication sa malalayong lugar, kagaya na lang sa ibang bansa, yung matawagan mo yung parents mo in, like an OFW. And sabi dito, how individuals connect and share information to engage with each other, leading to both positive and negative effects in society. So magkakaroon tayo ng positive. Sa positive naman, ito ay natutulungan or nakakatulong to sa bawat tao na mapadali or magbigay ng parang isang idea sa isang tao kung paano mapadali ang isang gawain kagaya na lang kung hindi mo alam ang meaning ng isang words, pwede ka lang mag-search sa social media kung anong meaning nito. At pwede ka rin gumamit ng Google for a lot of information about that topic. And about naman sa negative is dun sa mga kabataang nasosobrahan sa paggamit ng social media, internet communication, panonood ng mga malaswang bagay. So doon, maraming pagbabago ang communication and also IT or the information technology. So how has it transformed the way people communicate and interact with each other? It has enabled new forms of communication and expression. It has also introduced challenges to traditional communication patterns. As a society continues to evolve with the technology, it will be important to find a balance between the benefits and drawbacks of it-mediated communication. So dito, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga traditional communication patterns like sa kagaya na lang sa ibang bansa. We use a lot of telephones and also messaging last in 90s, they using letters. Pinapadala nila letters sa ibang bansa para mabasa ng mga kamag-anak nila. But right now, in our new generation, we use a lot of gadgets, technology, or social media or internet to faster or to easier have communication to others. And to society continue to involve technology, we sa mga tao ngayon nagkakaroon na tayo ng mga bagong teknolohiya dahil sa mga matatalino or marunong gumawa ng mga bagay-bagay na teknolohiya na pwede na maging advanced para sa ating present. And sa new forms of communication expression kagaya na lang ng Facebook, a lot of call apps like Messenger, Instagram, Telegram, they have a lot of communication about that. So nababalance nito between the benefits and nababalance ito ang benefits and drawbacks and communication dahil dun sa mga apps or the social media or the internet na ginagamit. So what are the implications of social media, instant messaging, and video comprehending on social relation and behavior? Social media, instant messaging, and video conferencing technology have reshaped in social relationship and behavior by enhancing connectivity, enabling personalized or interaction, and improving the quality of communication in various contexts. These digital tools have become integral to modern communication practice, influence how individuals engage with others and navigate social interaction in the digital era. So dito is basta sagot ko to is like yung kagaya na lang in the pandemic, we have an online class because a lot of children will stay at home kasi bawal lumabas dahil sa nangyayari or pagkalat ng mga virus sa bansa. And so dito parang pinili ng DepEd na magkaroon na lang ng online class or to do online class for the safety of children at you use technologies like nagbibigay sila ng gadgets and para doon na lang ipagpatuloy yung mga pag-aaral o yung pwedeng tapusin ng estudyante kagaya na lang ng pag-using ng internet para online class, searching for a lot of things about their modules, then they gave in modules in social media, they're passing the information, and also sa company na rin nakakatulong na din yung communication ng isang messaging or isang instant video conferencing sa pag-meeting. Kasi kagaya na lang ng boss mo is he out and out of country tapos sa ibang bansa siya, pwede kang makipag-communication gamit ang video conferencing kasi hindi mo na kailangan na umuwi pa para lang makipag-meeting sa mga bagay na yon, kundi you use social media na para gamitin yon or para makapagpatuloy sa meeting or ano pang pwedeng mong mabigay na information. So become integral to modern communication practice is influencing how individuals engage with others and navigate social interaction and digital era. So ngayon nagkakaroon na lang tayo ng communication sa digital, kagaya na lang ng mga out-of-country communication and mga contract. And also how to messaging people kung ano yung mga information or mga product na pwede mong ipasa gamit ang mga social media or gamit ang internet site na ipapakita mo yung mga information na mga bagay na mga gusto mong ibigay sa kanya. So that is my topic for the first topic. So the next one is Russell Acalde.
Online identity and self-presentation. Online identity and self-presentation refer to how individuals represent themselves on the internet. It includes the persona they create through social media profiles, online forums, websites, and other digital platforms. This representation can include elements such as username, profile pictures, biographical information, posts, comments, and interaction with others. It is essentially how people choose to present themselves to the online world, which may or may not reflect their online identity. For explanation, online identity and self-presentation are based off how individuals portray themselves in digital realm. Your online identity encompasses various aspects such as the username you choose, the information you share on social media profiles, and how you interact with other people. For example, online identity self-presentation is someone who portrays a glamorous lifestyle on Instagram with carefully edited photos and captions, even if their everyday life is more ordinary. Jonathan Paislin nga. Number 1. How do people construct and present their identities online through profiles, avatars, and online personas? Online identities are shaped through profiles, avatar, and personas by selecting and curating information and image to present a desired image or presentation to others in digital realm. People construct their online identities through profile by choosing what information to share, selecting avatars to visually represent themselves, and crafting personas that align with their desired image or community. What the physical, psychological, and social application of creating an online self. The psychological and social implication of creating an online self refers to how individual mental well-being and social interaction are affected by selecting and presentation their online identity. For explanation, creating an online self can lead to identity issues and anxiety as people present idealized version of themselves. It can also affect relationship by promoting shallow connection and validation seeking behavior. For the next reporting is
Cyberbullying and online harassment. Cyberbullying and online harassment can take various forms like spreading rumors, sharing private information without consent, or sending abusive messages. For instance, repeatedly commenting negatively on someone's social medias posts or creating fake profiles to impersonate and ridicule and constitute cyberbullying and harassment. It can have serious consequences on the time on the on the victim's mental health and overall well-being. Online harassment can be defined as the use of information and communication technologies by an individual or group to repeatedly cause harm to another person. This may involve threats, embarrassment, or humiliation in an online setting. This includes expressions of discriminatory attitudes and beliefs such as sexism, racism, xenophobia, homophobia, transphobia, or abuse prejudice. It also includes online sexual harassment, cyber stalking, and image-based sexual abuse or other unwanted online conduct of sexual nature. Online harassment is also known as cyber aggression, cyberbullying, cyber harassment, cyber hate, victim, and deviant online behavior. It takes all place in contexts such as social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, and SMS. Instant messaging via devices, email provider, services, apps, and social media messaging features and emails. Cyberbullying is the use of technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person. And the next one, is cyberbullying and online harassment. What are the causes and consequences of cyberbullying, trolling, and online harassment? Cyberbullying, trolling, and online harassment can stem from various factors such as ano, uh, anonymity, power dynamics, and the perceived distance from consequences in online interactions. Causes include jealousy, revenge, or simply seeking attention. Consequences range from psychological distress, anxiety, and depression to long-term emotional trauma and, in extreme cases, self-harm or suicide. These behaviors create toxic online environments, eroding trust and safety for individuals and communities. While you can have individuals, school, and platform address these issues. Individuals can combat cyberbullying and online harassment by being mindful of their online behavior, supporting victims, and reporting abusive content. Schools can implement education programs to raise awareness, promote empathy, and teach digital citizenship. Platforms should enforce strict policies against harassment, provide robust reporting systems, and prioritize the safety and well-being of their users. Through proactive moderation and community management, collaboration among individual schools and platforms is key to effectively addressing these issues. And to address these issues, individuals can promote empathy, report abuse, and practice digital citizenship, and easier to commit than others acts of bullying because the bully doesn't have to confront their target in person.
Digital divides and equality. Digital inequality or digital divides refers to the gap between those who have access to modern information and communication technology or ICT and those who don't. Inequality is situation in which people have unequal access to scarce and valued resources in society. So, digital divides and inequality is a person or inability to access computer and smart device can impact many facets of their life from paying bills to receiving emergency SMS alerts. It can also impact their health and increasingly digital world more and more patients and their health providers are using digital health services. For example, online booking platforms, telehealth video consultations, electronic health records, remote patient monitoring tools, practices management systems, and AI-assisted diagnostic tools, e-prescriptions, digital results, mobile phones app, vaccine bookings, and patient portal for accessing health education tool. How those unequal access to technology and digital literacy contribute to social and economic inequalities. Additionally, internet connectivity enable users to access valuable social, educational, and economic opportunities. Those who are unable to connect to their internet lost out on these opportunities, accentuating social differences, contributing to segregation, and perpetuating economic inequality. So, unequal access to technology and digital literacy widens the gap between those who can leverage digital resource for those socio-economic advancement and those who cannot. This disparity perpetuates exhausting social and economic inequalities by limiting opportunities for education, employment, and economic participation. Individuals without access to technology struggle to compete in digitally driven job market. leading to higher unemployment rates and lower wages. Moreover, digital exclusion restricts access to essential services such as healthcare and government resources, further marginalizing disadvantaged communities. Ultimately, unequal access to technology deepens social divides and reinforce systematic inequities, hindering overall societal progress. What are the implications for education, employment, and civic participation? It helps people become better citizens, get a better paid jobs, shows the difference between goods and bad. Education show us the importance of hard work and at the same time help us grow and develop. Thus, we are able to shape a better society to live in by knowing and respecting right laws and regulation. Unequal access to technology and digital literacy, significant impacts of education, employment, and civic participation. In education, students without access to the technology may struggle to keep up with digital learning trends, hindering their academic performance and limiting their future opportunities. Regarding employment, the digital divides create barriers to entry the certain jobs that requires technological proficiency. Unemployment rates among marginalized communities and perpetuating income disparities. Additionally, limited access to digital resource restricts civic participation by impeding individuals' ability to engage the online advocacy, access to governance service, or participate in democracy process such as voting. Addressing these disparities is crucial for fostering equal opportunities in education, employment, and civic engagement, ensuring a more inclusively and participatory. So, so that is digital divides.
Changing cultural norms and values. Sociologists use term cultural change to describe type and degree of social change, new behavioral patterns, social characteristics, norms, and values arise as a result of cultural change in the society, giving rise to new social structure. Cultural change can be sparked by creativity, innovation, and interaction with different communities. In the past decade, the rise of social media platforms has led to significant cultural change in how people communicate and interact. Traditional norms of privacy and personal boundaries have shifted as individuals share more more of their lives online. This cultural change has given rise to new social structures such as online communities and influencer culture where popularity and influence are determined by online presence rather than traditional measure. Example of cultural change include the rise of social media platforms influencing communities and patterns, the growing acceptance of LGBTQ rights leading to changes in family structure and so societal norms and the increasing emphasis on environmental sustainability driving behavioral changes towards more eco-friendly practices. Next. How cultural values, norms, and traditional being transformed by the spread of digital technologies. Digital technologies are transforming cultural values, norms, and tradition through increased connectivity, exposure to diverse ideas, and communication changes. They have influenced traditional practices, provide new expression avenues, and offered opportunities for innovation and adaptation. Digital technology like social media platforms have transformed how people celebrate cultural festival in the past. Celebration might have been limited to local communities, but now through increased connectivity, individuals can share their cultural practices and tradition with a global audience. For example, some in India celebrating Diwali can share their experiences and ritual with someone in the United States, allowing for a cross-cultural exchange of ideas and traditions. And what are the impacts on language, arts, and cultural expression? Digital technologies have revolutionized language, arts, and cultural expression, but also pose challenges like declining traditional art forms and division opportunities exist while preserving cultural heritage requires digital document and intergenerational learning. An example of how digital technologies have revolutionized language, arts, and cultural expression in the rise of social media platforms like Instagram, where individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds can share their arts and creative work globally, transcending linguistic and geographical barriers. However, these also contribute to a decline of traditional art forms such as handmade crafts as digital alternatives become more prevalent despite their challenges. Innovation opportunities exist such as the development of virtual reality arts experience or digital platforms for collaborative arts projects, moreover preserving cultural heritage and the digital age may involve initiatives like creating online archive of indigenous language or using virtual reality to simulate historical, cultural, and practices for intergenerational learning. And next.
Privacy surveillance and social control. Social control involves the regulation of individual and group behavior in society. It can be achieved through various means, including laws, norms, institutions, and technology. Surveillance is sometimes used as a tool for social control, as it can deter certain behaviors or allow authorities to intervene when perceived threats to social order arise. However, the extent of surveillance and its impact on privacy rights are subjects of ongoing debate. An example of privacy surveillance and social controls could be a government implementing widespread CCTV cameras in public spaces. While these cameras might be intended to enhance public safety by deterring, deterring crime and providing evidence in criminal investigations, they also collect data on individuals' movements and activities without their consent. This surveillance can influence behavior as people may alter their actions or feel inhibited by the presence of constant monitoring. Additionally, the data collected could be used for social control purposes, such as identifying and targeting individuals engaged in dissent or its activities when perceived as threatening to the government authority. How are digital technologies enabling new forms of surveillance and social control by governments and corporations? Digital activities have significantly expanded the capabilities for surveillance and social control by governments and corporations. So we have number one, mass surveillance, number two, algorithmic monitoring, and number three, social media manipulation, and number four, IoT or Internet of Things devices. And we have also data brokerage, and number six, biometric identification, and overall, digital technologies provide powerful tools for surveillance and social control, raising concerns about privacy, autonomy, and democratic freedoms in digital age.